You are welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia.
And so today is Wednesday, the 6th of February 2024. And so you're welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia. And tonight is a full house. And we can promise you that we're going to give you the information that you need right from where you are. So we ask that you share the show and as we go through. But let me welcome my colleagues, and each one will introduce himself, where they are, and tell us a little bit about the weather, the situation they're in, and whatever they're doing. So, guys, let's start with the only lady in the house. It's good to always honor the ladies. They say ladies first. So, our sister Lucretia Nelson, hello, welcome, and tell us a little bit about your day and how you doing, and stuff like that.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Liberians all around the world. I'm calling from the United Kingdom, and to be precise, Southeast London, Luton. That's where I am. And today is freezing cold in London. So, but it's such a good day, but it's cold. And I went out today. I normally work from home. I was out in the community, went to see my clients. So I felt the cool, but apart from that, I'm okay, and I'm looking forward for a fruitful discussion tonight about our beautiful country, LIB. So I'm happy to be here with you guys.
And you can't forget your own. So let me start with my neighbor from Sweden, Francis.
Well, yeah, guys. Good evening to everybody, to our listeners and viewers across the world, especially our viewers in Europe. Sweden, I'm in Stockholm, Sweden. We experiencing spring now, so the weather has been good today, but tomorrow it's gonna be cold. It's gonna go back. So that's the Scandinavia for us. So we look forward to a good show, a good interactive, discussion tonight.
Okay, we'll keep the top man for last. The friend of the king. This is a guy who is privileged among us to be friend of King Charles. But let me go to Jamal Kamara. He's way in the north. Not way in the north. Manchester is just above London. But tell us the weather from your side and so forth. Oh, muted.
Thanks to everyone. Thanks to all my colleagues on the show tonight. And for Manchester, I don't know whether we're doing weather report, but however it is something, we are great here. Life is okay. Just a little bit briskly cold. As it is, Manchester is a little bit of wet. Sometimes it drills, just drizzling here, and it's cold. So it's northwest. So we storming the weather. You're doing great.
Okay, that's why they always detail. But Paul, you from London. Tell me a little bit about the weather there and how you faring today. Listen, we got to make everything relax so that when we get back with the information, it will flow. So I know what the English word, but something Norwegian make us spending, or it means, I think tension. There is tension there.
Tension,
Yeah, tension, spending, Francis knows it. So we got to relax the tension by, bringing some fun in. And when we start, it's going to be tense. So Paul, tell us a little bit about London.
Good evening.
Why the English
gentlemen. Good evening to all of you. The Lord Cholope is in the great city of London. He's good. The weather is fantastic here. The friend of King Charles is back here to give you guys another fascinating story today regarding Mama Liberia. To our viewers, say welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia. Looking forward to the discussion tonight.
Okay, guys. So those of you viewing us from Liberia or anywhere around the world, want to say welcome. If this is your first time, we better still invite you to stick with us. We come on almost every day of the week. But our official days that we have guests coming are Tuesdays and Friday. The rest of the days we just come on to give the information as it unfolds. So tonight we're going to have more developments on the ongoing discussions in Liberia, that is the war crimes code. And so, more developments coming, or the major players are now jittering. So we'll bring you more information on that. But before then, we'll take a quick break, musical break, and we're not going to be long with the music because we've got a lot going on tonight. So we're going to be very quick with the music, but it's just for you in the audience to share the video, maybe grab a cup of coffee and sit down. Like I got my cup of tea here. So, you can find something to munch on also. And so that when we come back, we'll be discussing the issues because it's going to be like full of tension. So, guys, we will be back in a few seconds.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not know. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach in D and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us.
Okay, normally this is what we do here. We play you this music so that you will get settled, and then we'll go into the discussion. So tonight, guys, let me say more developments in the ongoing debates in Liberia about the war crimes code. I wouldn't even want to call it a debate, the ongoing discussions, because debate is where people are bringing two different sides. But here, the discussions that everybody is following now is that Liberia needs a war and economic crimes court so that we settle all these hala we've been having, so to speak, over the years. People who stealing money and getting richer while we're getting poor, and people who kill our people, they got to give account. And the main reason for me, the purpose, and I think my colleagues here will agree, the main purpose of this thing is not to pick on somebody and say, okay, it's to set law and order, is to set rule. Wherever there is no rule, people will tend to do their own things. And we don't want anybody coming back, taking guns, few guys jumping in the bush and start to shoot, and then we run, and they come and loot the country and kill people who they can lay hands on and whatever. So this is a deterrent. So let me say welcome to you guys officially, and let's start right away. Chima, is there anything I want us to start with, especially when it comes to this war and economic crimes court?
Really, it's a lot to start with. I think Paul will take the lead from here. We've got a lot of videos out here. We got some warning that was writing on the walls that were issued, issued by the well-known talk show host. We have a video here. We want to play that, and we also have a couple of stuff to talk about. But in any case, Paul will take the lead from here. He will tell us where we want to start from.
Okay, and I guess Paul will want to welcome Guy.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I want to say welcome to our viewers. And when God is settled, you can bring him on. He's still trying to adjust himself in the background. I would like to start with the great excellency President Joseph Newman Boakai, Doctor, the Captain Kojak, I call him, that have now making all the war laws in Liberia to be jittering. So first of all, I want to say Congratulations to my Uncle Joe for taking a bold step that Liberians now all over the world are talking about this wonderful World and Economic Crown Code. Now, why is it that if you look on the screen, you see the warlords in Liberia, and they have been listed, the key players, the key perpetrators. For some reason, these people, they have now called in press conference here and there. We know that Prince Johnson have not been to work since the thing was announced. So something is happening in Liberia. And to start with, Henry Kostoff, during the campaign, he predicted something that people overlooked. So we want to play that video for people to listen to them. We'll have a clip of Prince Johnson interview. Thomas Yaya Nimne also interview. Something that Uncle Joe have done that have the whole country now jittering. And 75% of Liberians want the World Economic Crown Code. Today, there's no. So I will start with Henry Costa and then we can take it from there. Listen to this clip.
When Joe Boakai returned from the United States, after he had gone there for me to take him from hospital to hospital, you had a meeting with Joe Boakai. When you had that meeting, they sent me pictures of that meeting and they asked me to post the pictures, the UP people. I had a second thought about it. I knew my American friends were going to get mad. But still, I went ahead. They pressured me. Oh, Costa, don't mind the American people, man. The Americans don't vote here in our elections. So I went ahead. I posted the pictures of your meeting. Prince Johnson, you, to show you how the Americans and the international community despise you, and for very legitimate reasons. When I posted those pictures of you and Joe Boakai standing side by side, I took the post down moments later. And people were wondering, why did Henry Costa take the post down? The post with pictures of Boakai and Prince Johnson in the meeting, because our American friends reached out to me. Mr. Costa, and you too? You are elevating Prince Johnson? And I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. I took the post down. And the Americans expressed their concern. That is why I took that post down. Now, the Americans are well aware, and the international community, they are well aware of Joe Boakai's health. And that is the reason why they are very concerned. They will not tell you these things, but I know the conversations I used to have with them, and I still have with them. They are very concerned about Prince Johnson coming close to power, because they know him, he's a dangerous man. He's unstable, he is erratic, and he is unrepentant for his terrible antecedents in the war. And so, the international community, our American friends, particularly expressed their concerns about having a man like Prince Johnson close to the presidency. And they are right. And so let me say this to you, Prince Johnson. If, and God forbid, if Joe Boakai and your puppet Kun win, let me tell you what's going to happen. The Americans are going to use you. They are going to make a demand of Boakai to turn you over to be prosecuted for your killing of those 4 American missionaries that you killed, Prince Johnson. They're going to make Boakai turn you over. And if you're wondering whether Boakai is loyal to people who stand up for him, just look at me. Boakai will give you over in a heartbeat. George Weah protected you here for many years. The Americans came here, right? They sent a senior official to say, we, the United States government, will pay for the establishment of the War Crimes Court, right? We saw that. Yet, Weah, being a loyal political ally, he did not step up to that, or did not take the Americans up on that offer. But I can assure you, Joseph Human Boakai will turn you over to the Americans in a heartbeat. Because the new administration, God forbid, if you guys want, which is not going to happen, we're just speaking in hypothetical terms, but I'm saying to you what the reality looks like, or what the possibility looks like if you guys want. That's a scenario. They will turn you over. Boakai would give you to the Americans in a heartbeat to save his own skin. And then what happens? You tout yourself as the godfather of Nimba County. And that is something you cherish. It is the pinnacle. It is your prized possession. The moment you and Kun win with Boakai, if that were to happen, you know what would happen? Your political puppet would now eclipse you to become the new godfather of Nimba County. And then he would try by all means to distance himself as much as possible from you and collaborate with Joe Boakai to turn you over. And let me tell you something, Prince Johnson, the Americans want you. And if you wonder how does Costa know these things, well, this is the same Costa that told you sanctions were coming. And sanctions did come. So your best bet, Prince Johnson, is for George Weah to remain in power. That is your best bet. Because Joe Boakai, if they won, he would be a new administration, desperate to be in the good graces of the Americans and the international community. So he would sacrifice you on the altar of his own political agenda to get American favor. That is what Joe Boakai is going to do to you.
Guys.
Wow.
And lady, you called this call during the campaign when Costa came out with the revelation. And today, we know that the War Economic Crown Code is just around the corner. Before I bring in the other interview, I would want to hear from all of you, and I will start with Lucretia, the only lady in the house first. Before Lou come in, I want to say welcome, guys, to this program. It's good to have you back here. Lou, what say you after listening to Costa and all of this revelation that's taking place in Liberia regards to the War Economic Crown Code? When you guys have your say, then I'll bring the Prince Johnson interview on the Truth FM. You muted, Lou.
It is about time for these people to be brought to justice. Until then, Liberia would never be, let's say Liberia will never progress because the blood on the hands of these people is just too much. And some people's spirit are very strong, very powerful. And most of our dead ones that died, most of them, the soul are not resting peace until justice can be served. So now it's a good step President Boakai is taking, but I just hope the pressure continues for us to be, for these killers to be brought to justice. And Costa being around President Boakai for a long period of time, seemed to really have studied the old man, knew the old man in and out from his observation, because everything Costa said in this clip, you can actually see it unfolding right now in our eyes. Because everything he said, this is what's happening. And I would say Omer Boakai betrayed Prince Johnson. I would say Omer Boakai doing the best thing for the Liberian people. Our people needs justice. So I'm not going to feel sorry for Prince Johnson or whatever. It's about time for them to dance the music. Most innocent lives were lost. And it's been so many years. Families need to have closure because some people die innocently, no cause. And the same people that killed our people, these are the same people Liberians voted for to be lawmakers. So sometimes we question the Liberians and ask ourselves what's going on. How can these people kill innocent people, innocent children? And today, these are the same people continue to be lawmaker for us. They have continued to steal from the taxpayers to enrich themselves. So it's about time. And I want to congratulate Omer Boakai for doing this. And we pray that he should take that bold step and let these guys be brought to justice. Right now, nothing will happen to us. So all the scary tactics is saying Liberians should not take any notice because they can say what they want. Nothing will happen to Liberia. No war coming back to Liberia. Our people need to stand strong. Liberians wanted this War Crown Code for a long time. And Omer Boakai now being so brave, so bold to come up now to say, yes, I think the Liberians deserve better. So that's one thing.
The Liberians deserve better, so say Lucretia. God told me, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself and then chime me quickly about the video clip you just saw.
So let me first let's say a pleasant good evening from my end to the only female in the house.
Good
Sister
evening.
Lucretia, good evening to you. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm okay, ma. Yeah, my name is Augustus Gartume, and I live here in Germany. And I'm not a stranger to the platform. It is our own business and our own thing. So I think I'm here to do our business.
Good.
Okay. Let me bring up Jamal quickly, Linford, and then Francis follow.
I think I will give mine to my colleagues, more especially Francis and Carl, to speak on the video that we just ran. And because we've been on this platform talking about this for a couple of, I can say months, or if I can say years. And I think I'll give the turn to them. Francis and Gad will speak on what they think about this video that we just ran.
Francis, you want to go?
Yeah. First of all, I want to dismiss the sincerity of this video. The video is highly political. Costa, and at the moment he said those things, it was it was in the heat of the moment of propagating the CDC agenda, and it's quite a coincidence that whatever he preempted or he envisioned came to pass. And I would like to say that the Weah administration, when he took over the first year or so, the same bill was passed in the House. It was like 50 representatives who voted yes in favor of the World Economic Ground Code. So, yeah, but it's just the difference that President Walker, he has not yet. We shouldn't be rejoicing that. I hope that is not the same scenario that will replayed when we have the majority of the people in the House voting in favor of the World Economic Grounds Code. And when it comes to Prince Johnson, let's leave Prince Johnson. Matter of fact, I don't know we're gonna go to him, but we'll just speak on the video. So for the video, I just want to leave it at that. I know it was all political, intent to sway Prince Johnson from the UP and what you call it, Alliance Group. So I don't want to give Costa any credence for that video.
Great. So guys and Linford, let's play the Prince Johnson interview on Truth FM, and then you guys can chime in. Maybe that's where the conversation will actually start from.
No, but I think we need to talk about it.
Yeah. Can we just have our say concerning the video, and then we get to the next one? So I think I stand on the side of Francis. Probably maybe Francis was just eavesdropping in my crib here, and then he got the point. The thing is, the dear brother have risen to a stardom in our political setting, and the evidences are there. It's clear that by the fact that our country has a vast majority of illiterate people. So the character like Charles Taylor, the resemblance of Charles Taylor, will definitely use that as a tool to beat our people. And that's exactly what the brother does all the time. You find out that the brother sits and looks for the loopholes in our political settings. At the time he grabs hold of the loopholes, he's ready to strike. It was the time and the season. The people needed to hear something. The people needed to hear something from the man they call their hero. Mind you, the illiterate people. They needed to hear something from the man they call their hero. So what did the hero do? Go back, went to his iPhone or his Samsung gallery and whatever, collect a few of the images from there and memories that Google had brought back to him and say, fine, this is the best one that suits the right criticism for Joe Boyka at this time. Because he knows very well, it's not only Liberia is in that case. Every other country that fought war, Sierra Leone. Right now, Sierra Leone is still, in fact, you listen to the U.S. diplomat that was just in the country. So Sierra Leone is still going through their issues with war laws. So it's not only Liberia. So the brother had presented to us the time, the moment, the season that the things the people wanted to hear at that time. Mind you, the brother also is not somebody to trust. So we can dwell on the video about the fact that the brother is saying this, it is 100% a fact. One thing I said a few days ago to somebody, the point that they make that says that Joe Boyka is not protecting the warlord Prince Johnson. The brother is still trying to escape from the mistakes he's been making. The U.S. is not a country to play with. Do you think if the U.S. wanted George Weah to turn over warlords in Liberia, they don't have the power to do so? Charles Taylor was one of the most fearless. It took one American president, less than 30 minutes interview. In 3 days to 4 days, Charles Taylor was preparing his Satokas to leave Liberia. And you think it's Costa that will say, oh, because he did this. So the American people will turn against their decision to say, oh, they will not come after the warlords in Liberia. That's a joke. And the brother did it at the time it was required. I think that's the best thing we can say about the video.
So I think I would.
So before you come in, let Linford chime in.
Yeah, Linford chime in, then I'll come in.
But let me give you the opportunity to chime in. I will talk.
All right.
I'm going to disagree with him, and my reason of disagreeing with you, because don't forget, it came to a point Costa had 100% access to Mr. Boyka. Costa was up and down with him everywhere. Even when Omer went to America, Costa was there back to back. So at the time, where was the UP officials and things? And Costa got to know the Omer used to call Costa my favorite nephew and things. So everything about the Omer, Costa knew, just for observing. Then when you come back again, we'll come back to CPP. What happened CPP again? We all know plus, but we'll be on lecture for another day. So I would say, for his observation, because I can sit here and observe a human being and look at the patterns of behavior. And exactly, but this other thing, what the Papa is doing, I enjoy it, I like it. It's to safeguard our people. We want justice for our people, so which is very good. You can't continue to protect the killers, no. So the step the woman taking, if this will continue, that's a good step. But for everything Costa said, I will agree. I'm not a Costa fan. I am not. But it's like everything he said keeps play out, and I exactly will see happening there. So that's what I wanted to say.
Omer Linford, before you come in, 1 or 2 words for our comrade. Listen, in politics, there's something that says fear and permanent and constant morals brings political stability. That's what Boyka was using. Boyka had known over years that the brother and his family cannot be trusted. What do I do to gain the little fame and the population he has? So Boyka played along as well.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay. I will start with the point where you just said Boyka, whether the population that the brother had. Boyka, in fact, lost that population during the election because when Costa left, his people left with him. We saw it on social media. There was a fight. But let me just disagree with you and Francis.
Some of the people left with him.
Okay, yeah. When one person left, that was a subtraction from the vote for Boyka. But what I want you to know is that, and I want to disagree with both of you. The reason is that for me, the video is not about Costa, his trust, his whatever. The video is about the revelation that he made and it came true. Okay, so it's like if Orsino came and preached to me that repent so that you'll go to heaven, and I take his advice and repent and go to, and I have the opportunity to go to heaven, I'll not say, oh, because it was the senior that came and preached to me. Costa is telling us what he observed, like any other person. And Costa was speaking from experience. Now, if you go back to the CPP, what did Joe Walker do? Joe Walker denied Mr. Cummings that he had known from school days, right in the code. Okay? The point Costa was making is that this old man cannot be trusted. This old man will give you all, he gave an example. He said, just look at me. Look at what he did to me. If you listen to the video well, okay? So for me, at this point, the video is not about Costa rule in the election, whether he wanted a political point. No. He reviewed what he saw. Now, everything he said
Costa's experience pointed out that our own Alexander B. Cummings forged the CPP document. Was that experience right?
No, listen to me. You're not understanding. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Costa was right or wrong. What I'm saying is what he said came to pass. This is the point I'm making.
But you said his experience. You said from his experience.
Yeah, okay, but his experience was his own self. He gave an example. He said, look at me. What the man did to me, the man abandoned me. So he will turn you over, he will abandon you, and it's not happening. But I don't think that's the issue right here. The issue here is that whatever Costa predicted is happening. We have seen Joe Walker himself, nobody put gap him or open him up to say he invited Alan White and he promised that this war crimes will come. Okay, so where the Costa, even if Costa experience is not good, but where did he go wrong? He said what will happen, and it's happening. So, but the point here is that this thing that we've been waiting for all the years is now happening. So that's the main point. It's not the video is not about Costa or whatever his activities. No, for me, it's not. It's about the unfolding events on the ground right now. No. So if Costa has said that okay, Puaka is going to take good care of you and this and blah blah blah, and then right now the whole thing changed. What would we say? Would we say his prediction was right? No, but what he said is happening. So whether he meant it or whether it was in good faith or whatever, but it's happening. So we don't want to make reference to that what he said is happening now.
What he said,
so we can play the
what he said is happening now. But let me add my own voice to this. And you know, when my Uncle Joe said I will sleep with the devil to become president, he meant it. But then what happened to Prince Johnson had two choices to make, and he calculated wrongly. He forgot that Uncle Joe Bossman was Samuel Doe, and he killed Uncle Joe Bossman. He forgot that one. And he thought because it was, we knew what happened during the campaign, Bernard Ure told us and SKTV told us that Omer Boyka were part of the Lofa Defense Force. So Prince Johnson saw that as, okay, because being part of Lofa Defense Force, he may not give me away, but with Alexander Cummings, he could be a one that I would be afraid of. So he calculated wrongly, and that's why the newspaper is saying that, oh, Uncle Joe has done PYJ. Now, I will play the video of PYJ now. Since the war crown thing came about, he have not been to work. Why is he staying away? But he was part of be OK radio station to give his side. Then after him will play another warlord interview. So let's listen to PYJ in this play from the OK, the True FM.
Johnson.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm great. Are you in county or you in the capital?
I will be going to Nimba not very far from now, but I'm in Monrovia.
Okay. Your voice sounds so energetic. All is well, I guess.
Always strong. Our old soldier is always a brave man.
Our old soldier is always a brave man. Okay, great. So Senator Johnson will place this call to you. Nimba County, yes, a by-election. We anticipate. Who are you throwing your bid behind?
Well, I gotta be in the right. You know, the rescue team includes the MDR, the UP, and our allies. So we support Yatwaye. We heartily support Yatwaye, and I've already had a press conference, and our coordinators are in the county, in every district, informing our people that Yatwaye should go and work hard.
Any specific reason? I mean, why Yatwaye?
Well, we think he's competent, and we think culturally, traditionally, he's up to task, and he's like a Cole, he's like a Massey, he's like many other newly elected representatives who are respectful and honorable.
Is that a payback for his support during the run-up?
Well, not really payback, but we just believe having come closer to me and reaching out to our people in every district, the contribution he's making in the county, we should support him for that.
That is great.
Young people who are builders, not destroyers.
So, Senator Johnson, let me ask this question. In the county, there has been this issue of power balance with the two major tribes. Are you now taking this move? Because I think one has been dominating, especially the Senate. Are you now taking this move to have that balance?
One has to go to every district. And so when you are elected by the people, you take your seat. It's not about tribalism, truly speaking. Not about tribalism.
Okay. All right. So the nomination, how is it going? Everything okay from your county now? You're part of the poor. Maybe they're getting fair share of the cake.
Technically speaking, MDR has one ministerial post, cabinet post, that is labor ministry. But when you come to the county, well, you have Women Pay, you have we have a few others. So we don't complain right now, though we're not happy, but we don't complain right now.
Okay, you're not happy, but you can't complain.
But we can't complain. The country first.
It appears that you're more relaxed with the United Party government as compared to the CDC, what you had an alliance with.
Former President George Weah is my in-law. I'm married to his cousin.
You didn't support your in-law when he was going for his second term.
Political problems that broke the union, but public tree can break. We are here.
Okay.
Well, Senator Johnson, I don't know if you answer this question. Latest developments, all in the headlines of the paper, the back page, the front pages, everywhere. War crimes code imminent. People are having engagement. War crime ambassador for the U.S. coming to Sierra Leone and Liberia. How are you responding to these stories coming up?
Well, the first thing I would tell all Liberians, they should pray. They should pray for our continuous peace that we have enjoyed for 20-something years due to the amnesty law that was passed and printed into M bill. The Accra Peace Accord was guaranteed by this amnesty law. But if the time has come for President Joseph Boakai and his team to remove or tamper with the amnesty law, then he's tampering with the people's future. Currently, you got Allen White in Liberia. Allen White was not sent by the American government. He's an NGO who is looking for cases all over the world, but has failed to go to Israel to find out what is happening between the Palestinians and the Israelites.
It doesn't scare you when each time they make mention of the war crime, does it scare you?
Well, but no, it doesn't scare me. It worries me because it may disrupt our peace. And there is another reason for the disruption. It will be difficult to end. Because those men that went to Accra, Ghana, I was not there. I only fought for 9 months. And I have every document, I have everything available to show you that the TRC is a book document. But if you want to bring the war chronicle and targeting me, every meeting, bring Johnson, bring Johnson, bring Johnson. You know,
Are you the only general still alive? I mean, there are other people who participated in the war, but why is there Prince Johnson? Prince Johnson.
I tell you what is going on. Don't you mention me every time in every news media. There are other generals, there are other colonels, there are other majors, there are other officers who protected and work along with the commanders. And they are holding consultative meetings right now that speak to you. From the time Allen went in, from the time that video that is circulating was exposed, consultative meetings have been going on. And if you're not afraid of disruption and you want to tamper with the peace of the nation by removing the amnesty law, I can tell you for a fact, those guys that are still alive in the interior who are doing a gold business, the diamond business, will not sit down there for you to go after them. True. Nima County has more generals, Nima County has more officers, more combatants, because it was their county that was declared enemy of the state by the past and the previous regime. Okay? So you got more combatants there who liberated not only the country but Liberia. So if you want to go after their leader who is getting old for giving you a victory in the just ended election, and you feel proud to do that because they have raised $300 million, some of which they are giving to people on the ground to sign resolution. Why do you sign resolution?
Okay.
When there's an amnesty law passed by the legislature.
So this will be my last question to you, Senator Johnson. Is this going to sour your relationship? President Joseph Boyka said, yes, we need a war there.
I support Boyka regime.
Okay.
100% I support. He gave us more position in government and that. You sign your work record and that I support, but we will equally reciprocate either legally or whatever way that will make us to live at peace with ourselves.
Okay.
Because we cannot promote you again the leadership of the nation at the age of 79, and you're bringing people having secret meetings with them and all of that to try to impose something on Liberia.
You think this thing is targeting you?
This is what is my everybody. For the people listening every day, they know that you want to go after them too. For example, the economic crime. You will go after Mr. George Rihanna. You go after Madam Saliba. You go after those countries that provided the training ground, the unit in Masada. And that's going to be total chaos. During the trouble in Pinjoy, you can't solve it. During the 100-day delivery, when you're talking about the car will not issue a month. They don't have stable electricity.
You remember this?
Oh, yes.
100 days, you say what? This is your government you support.
Well, I support, but what they're doing is not consulting some of us. Mr. Boyka has refused to even pick up my phone because of his connection with the Allenway group, because he feels I'm a war criminal. I don't know why he did that way. So we are watching.
You have a vice president so close to him on the MDR. Perhaps you can set up a meeting through Jeremiah Cohn and see the president if he's not picking up your phone call.
Well, I didn't want to involve Jeremiah Cohn because I don't allow what is ongoing. But with the situation right now, he needs to go to Boyka to find out what he wants to do. Because our understanding of what is happening is that they want to do something clandestine against us. And we're not going to accept that. We're not going to accept that. My people in
guys.
But Paul, I think there is somewhere where I heard from other media where they say he said they have been having meeting or something like that.
You know.
Yeah, but he said it, right? Yeah, he said it there. I mean, former warlords, and they are having meetings. He said it in the interview.
Yeah.
But quickly, let me just before you go to this topic, Lincoln was trying to validates Costa's statement in the video. There are so many things he prophesied. He said they were not going to win, and they won. So why you're picking only the Prince Johnson scenario?
Yeah, because
the man who had 30 million
related to the you see.
The man who said they had $30 million they gave him and he refused.
I told you already. I told you. I explained to you guys that I am not crediting Costa for anything. Okay, if Costa said, God forbid, if Bouaka will win, Bouaka won. Okay, so and you believe in that one. Then Costa also said that Bouaka might turn Prince Johnson over, and it's happening. So the two things he said, which one is happening? The one that is happening is what we're looking at. We're not looking at all the things he's been doing. And I said, what happened?
The presidency happened too.
So let me come in quickly. Let me come in quickly. In 2017, either in 2017 or 2016, Joseph Bouaka was then VP. He visited America. I want us to do the research. When you go to any of the videos when Bouaka visited the US, the purpose of which Bouaka visited the US, these things were listed. So it's not just yesterday that Costa has made a video that tells you that Bouaka has been involved with making sure that a war crime code must be established in Liberia.
Yeah, or for the sole purpose. So Costa was validating those meetings that you just talked about. Costa was validating it. Right. That's why we are relating it to the events now. So we're not let's take Costa out of it. It could have been me, it could have been Linford who said it, and then it happened. So what would you say? Or it would have been God who said, oh, Bouaka have been going to America when you're VP, and so Prince Johnson, Bouaka might turn you over. What would we say? We will say that what God said is happening. We're not looking at your character or whether you can talk through, you can lie, or you did. No.
No, what we are saying is you can use his statement to validate the action now. But at that time, the phrases he was making was not intended to prove to Prince Johnson that they will turn you over. It was solely to buy the people over.
So, guys, we got this. Let's move forward.
You're listening. I don't want to surmise for I don't want to go in ahead of Costa to say that's what he meant at the time. So I take what he said, because if we go to court, we'll be providing what he said. We're not going ahead and say, oh, you are thinking this way. No. But yeah, Paul, proceed.
So before we get to the discussion here, there's another video. I want to blend both together and then we can talk about it. Another warlord had a press interview today. And after the press, then we'll bring in Yeke Koluba. So let's listen to Thomas Yaya Nimle, who also fought the war. This is what he had to say today.
Why you worry about him? Rescue your nation. Look at the hospitals. Look at the schools. Bring the teachers back into the classroom. Look at the behavior. Look at the gasoline, the roads that are being built. People can't get from one village to another. Those are the things you promised in your first 100 days. War crime code should not be in your 100 days. Take it from your 100 days and put it into your 4th year. When you are leaving power and you bring war crime code, nobody will care. But when you have this government in the first 2 months you bring war crime code, all your program will be undermined. Now all of you having confusion. Oh, we're gonna tie them up. We'll get on to Ghana. Did you talk to Ghana? This was a country that spent thousands and millions of dollars. They sent their children here during the war and they die here. Did you talk to Nigeria? Nigeria sent their children here and they die here in this country, and they continue to insist that the war in Liberia will end. Did you talk to Guinea? Did you talk to Cote d'Ivoire? You never talk to all of these people. They are against you doing what you're doing because Liberia is still fragile. We are peaceful, but we are not stable. This is not a stabilized country. Things are going on daily and nightly. This president needs to listen and to watch and to analyze. War crime code, move it from your agenda now. Move it from your agenda. The Constitution does not allow a white man to be citizen in this country. No white man is supposed to be citizen in this country. And you know who passed the first law? It was our brothers who came from America as slaves. And they said to us, the settlers, the originals that they met here, and they said, the white people are bad people. The way they treated us. So we came back now, we are free. But no white man should be a citizen in this country. And the other tribe, the Gola people, the Vai people, the Mende, they say, true. No white man will be citizen. And so white man is not a citizen in this country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, let me.
Wow. White men will not be citizen. Guys, this is funny.
Well,
Your whole thing,
what can I think got to do with war crime code?
Yeah, well, so what the problem is
You know, before we come in, I want to make something. I want to bring a quick reference to the Prince Johnson video that we played earlier on. I think Prince Johnson did not answer. Say that?
We're combining both of these two war laws. So I put a picture out there. These are the war laws now. Coming up with all sort of things about the war crime code. So talk to me. Then we'll bring in Lucretia. Guys, go on.
You can clearly see. Or let me start from the reference I wanted to make earlier on. So Prince Johnson indicated in his interview with O'Neil Roberts, they asked him the question, why you sound like you're scared? Are you afraid? And he jittered a bit and then gave two answers for one question. If you go back to the video, you will understand it. One of it is saying he's not afraid. One is answering that he's scared because just like Thomas Yaya is doing now, that the country is this, the country needs this, the country has this focus and these plans to look at. So, why is it that people cannot remind the war laws? I look young. I'm 40 this year. I'm 40 years old. That means when our country was fighting war, I was still a young person running around. They not have the time to go to school. They not have the time to adequately even absorb the curriculum of the educational system in Liberia. But thanks to my late father, that the foundation was built from an early stage. So that means the fear they're portraying now, they're not the only people. The Thomas Wowoyu are there, or he's late now, right? Because one of them is in the prison in the US. Good. So a lot of them, why must it just be them should be acting like they put rat medicine down somewhere for rats and it's going to poison the other people in the house? It's for all of them. I was going through a few days ago, I was going through the amnesty law for war crimes. And basically there are 11. When you look at all of them, Prince Johnson, if he were on the show here, I would tell you he has no reason to be afraid. Even Liberia can exonerate him. But one thing we can exonerate him for, when you look into the laws, it talks about crimes against humanity. That's something they don't even understand to the code they're going. He could be exonerated from war laws, right? The laws, because there is a framework that tell you what to be fought these ways. Do not target civilian area. Do not target medical places, orphanages, so and so. We all are testimony. Even my own family is a living testimony to some of Prince Johnson boys under his instructions that do not harm civilians, do not do this. Does it mean that Prince Johnson also will go with impunity? He committed genocide and he wants to be pointing at the Kram people killing the Gio people. All these things cannot hold them. They're not sufficient for them. It's the same thing the old man was doing here just now. You can clearly tell that the old man is confused. He does not even know where to stand and what he will stand on that will survive, that will make him survive. So I don't see. So if you follow up in the last 10 years, also Europe has been doing very well. We understand that even the UK, there are also some warlords who sought asylum here in Europe. And they've been going after them. Don't you think that these things that these people are raising, the thing those followers they had before, the people who held arms for them, who slaughter our people, they think the people are still having those mindset? Are they not aware
Right.
that even Yaya Nimle
So
mentioned
that,
it? We have a fragile peace. If you think we have a fragile peace, don't you think in the process of making our peace fragile, people have been educated, including people who fought war with you? That's why you see Yeke Koluba is in the House of Representatives today, because he's following the process. So they can use the kind of statement to frighten the people.
So Prince Johnson said in his interview, the most general that fought the war are in Nima County.
Nima County.
So that means he threatened Omer Boyka that withdraw this war economic crime code that he bringing on us because the most general in Nima County. Then he listen to Thomas Yaya Nimne that no, don't focus on war economic crime, focus on roads, schools, and all that. Francis,
well, I'll be leaving you guys. I'll be leaving you guys. So let me just give I got like 2 minutes. Then I'll be leaving. So let me just give my cut on this thing. I would have really loved to go detail into this thing. The first and foremost thing this warlord should be thinking about is from their action. Are they pleading guilty already? Are they afraid? Because the thing is, all of us here, we are 5 people on the platform right now. Okay. So if something gets missing, and they say, oh, the thing that got missing, we want to ask people what you know about it. You say, oh, no, me not going there. They think, you start judging. It's a fair process. It's a court. This is not a UCNT. Maybe because Prince Johnson, that military man, because they can charge you something that supposed to go to regular court and maybe take 1 or 2 years, they can charge you 5 minutes time. You did it, yes or no? Oh, okay, somebody can testify, you did it, yeah, they make guilty. Finish. The thing is a process. You already testified before the TRC. They got a document on you. It's online. Everybody can read it. Go and tell the court everything that you said before, and they will draw a line to see what you said, whether it falls within the crimes that are spelled out under the war and under the war against humanity. Crimes against humanity or war crimes. Okay, go and say these things, and you will always go to something like Geneva Convention that is obsolete. He doesn't even know that there are new conventions coming every time, because conventions are based on happenings. Things are happening, and they can change a particular rule, part of the rule. So he's showing that he's afraid. Then the same man who is showing that he's afraid, he got no remorse. He will also boast of still having manpower. A couple of months last year, Prince Johnson stood on his pulpit and he said, if anybody trying, if we are trying, you go and bring 500 men, they are ready, they're standing by. Then he will also talk about, in this particular video, talk about the most general come from Nima County and all that nonsense. Let me tell you one thing. I was in my 20s when I walking, and it's gone almost 40 years. How I'm at. So if I'm an active fighter on the front, look at my age, look at my physique, and all these things. You got Zokia there, who Prince Johnson says to be afraid of. Zokia is I saw in already on TV looking. So those boys that you think about, some of them, most of them are disabled, most of them died, most of them crippled. Some of them they're not even sound. So where you want to go recruit people? And that was the time for the war. At that time, people were willingly walking days and nights to go join. So people who they went there and they know what happened to them. Some of them came back, they survived, they came, they crippled, nobody cared for them. So you think who will look at those people sitting down? Then you get out and say, I'm going to go fight for Prince Johnson. And I was in the war, right? I was on the war front all the time as a journalist. I know what was happening. War is very expensive. One bullet at that time, we're talking about 20, 30 years ago, one bullet was like $5. So if you do the mathematics now, it will be around $10, one bullet. Okay? And you hear they're trying to frighten the enemies away. In that process, you know how many bullets they blow out? So they blow out $100 bullet in 1 minute, try to frighten with no target. And Prince Johnson cannot do that. We were behind the line, we saw how Taylor himself was struggling. The very Prince Johnson was struggling. They had to go kill enemy soldiers from the AFL to get magazine from them. So where does Prince Johnson get money from? Which contact he got? And America is involved in this thing. So where will Prince Johnson go to go get bullet? That is free African countries? Yeah, they'll take money from him, but they might not offer him bullet. So what you do? So all this not, they can't make noise. This is scare tactics. Let me tell you, it's like when snake bites you somewhere before and you passing in there, you see a piece of rope, you say, oh, that's snake, and you'll be afraid. So on Prince Johnson, let me tell you, Prince Johnson, nobody. Prince Johnson cannot do anything. If Prince Johnson had men, why did he run away from Ecomore on his own base to go to Nigeria? Okay, I visited the Prince Johnson base 2 different times. He told almost a story.
No, I mean, Linford, don't even call Ecomore there. When Prince Johnson he came for it, the Crown Garden out there that scared him. He came out for he gone. I see he ran away.
Yeah.
So 1991, 92, they're making now.
Yeah. So this guy was
attacking on Get Street Hill there.
Yeah.
The man ran away. He went back to Nigeria, so the American talk.
And this is a man. When last was he on Battlefront?
Linford, before you leave, I want you to kind of recognize the warlord, because it seems to me, only Prince Johnson, when they talk about war economy, he take to his pulpit and run with the thing. These are warlords.
The guy in the military uniform. The one in the military uniform, of course, is Prince Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy look almost like Kuma also.
No, that
Prince Johnson, George Bulley, Yaya Nimle, and the other guy, the other guy from Ulim, from the one from what you call it?
Cornell or song, I know.
Yeah, Cornell guy.
Yeah, Segu Cornell. Damate Cornell. Yeah,
Damate Cornell. Yeah.
Yeah, but the point here is all these people.
The reason why I put Linford, the reason why I put all this, George, but they haven't said anything. It's Prince Johnson constantly keep coming up. The moment he hear war, so does that mean, like, when you stole from somebody, and when they talk about stealing, you get so
Prince doesn't justify it though. He said every time when they talk about war crime, they can call his name.
The one that pisses me off the most is Prince Johnson tell the Liberian people that the Gio people were massacred, they were thrown into mass graves and things like that. So is that the justifiable reason you have for killing tons and thousands of people?
Yeah, he was on a revenge mission. You see, because the kind of utterances that he makes, he doesn't know that he's selling himself to the war crime school. Because all these things, people profiling, all your comments, the way you do the same person, you say people accusing you, people hunting you, but you can say and boast of mere power. Then you can also get up and say, well, we fought, he killed people because the Nima Kante is part of Liberia. Nima Kante is not by itself. Okay? So
the guy was killing, he was not even, at a certain point in time, that man was never even defending Biden anymore. The whole war strategy had changed because he himself said it in the TRC in some interviews. When he knew that Charles Taylor wanted to become president, he said that was not the mission we were sent for. So he had to be.
That's when he took off. I said, I'm going to Prince Johnson case 2 different times. He told the whole story. But the point here is that Prince Johnson did not defend Nima Kante. And then I see our Nima people, they saw under this illusion that Prince. Look, let me tell you, how can you fight? The war started in Butu. Within 2 months time, Prince Johnson was coming. When he crossed, my time is in Kante. When Prince Johnson crossed for Nima, in my time, he slept in my time. My late father used to tell me the story about Prince Johnson. Children will come on me until when I saw Prince Johnson with my own 2 eyes. Because they kind of picture the portrayal of Prince Johnson was like some magical guy that would disappear or something. Okay? So Prince Johnson was always under that illusion. Prince Johnson ran away from Nima because Taylor was coming. Every time he slept somewhere and he hear that Taylor is in the next time, he will move on. Then Prince Johnson did not spend any time. Before July, Prince Johnson was in Morocco, in Monrovia, in Fendel. Okay, so can you imagine? So then who are taking, if AFL soldier were going to Nima at that time, where was he fighting there? You were in Fender and fighting there, or you're on Conway base and fighting there? So
when Johnson and Taylor had their raft between them, when Johnson took over Monrovia, what did he do? Do you know that it was not Taylor fighter killing the government officials anymore? It was Prince Johnson's people.
Yeah, because Taylor.
A lot of the rest of the people that died. I know. If you see the Dupo Road in the 80s, there used to be a famous good house there called the Dupo Road Mansion. The owner was either at LET or water and sewer. He was Tamar Gardner, an Episcopalian. In fact, somebody who had a school in the same Nima County. Let's say the men are Congo men or whatever.
Timothy Mamadou Gardner was a police officer. Yeah, a private business, but he was one time deputy police director or something. Tim Mamadou Gardner on the borough. Yeah.
It was Johnson's. It was pre-Yelugbe Johnson's own hand that slaughtered him. We were almost going to be slaughtered, my own family, because we were supposed to take refuge at Tamus Gardner house. Yeah. A friend of my father.
Well, guys, I think
they killed
have
them
to
in
stop my
the
essay now because I know
okay.
engagements.
Before you go, I want you to recognize some of our viewers before you leave, and then.
Okay, yeah. Let me see the few that I can recognize here. Let's welcome Hodo Sharif, Willie Abor. That's Abor Billy or Billy Abor. Also Muna Baba, Joseph Freeman, Jala Aloysius, Emmanuel Komote, Emmanuel Saki, D. Rosin Nomi, and of course our own sister Chadela Chukle. For those of you whose name I can't see because you're not appearing on my board because the names are red here.
I got some here. I got Mami Free, I got Harry Super, I got Douglas Pillow, and some guys, somebody know. Yeah, but the thing is, let me just quickly look, guys, look. If you listen to, if you not listen to, if you read Jonathan Pilates post on Facebook, Jonathan Pilates from Nima County.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, look, it was very, very clear. Look, why every time the issue of war and economic crimes comes up, Prince Johnson is so apprehensive. I mean, he doesn't know, but the guy gave a chronological order of events that happened in killings outside of Prince Johnson realm, outside his control area. And so Gentle Pelele, he spread it out. So listen, all the time Prince Johnson, he threatens the people of Liberia as though, I mean, he's some kind of messiah that cannot be touched based upon his, he came to save the world, he came to save Liberia. Look, the man needs to face the war economic crimes because he needs to go exonerate himself. All of them. The Yaya.
Before I leave, Francis, I know the Nima County people. They are my uncles. I know these people. Prince Johnson had this illusion that those guys are fought for him, that retreated, that living there because he can go. And it's merely based in the Geo belt. Because he can go there and meet and stand there and say, look, it's all about propaganda. The people, they're coming for me. When they catch me, they're coming for you. You see it? It makes it to appear like that. But it is spelled out. In fact, Slobodan Milosevic, when they took all these guys from the Balkan, when they took them to the war economic crisis, how many fighters they took alone? No, they're looking for people with greater responsibility. Because if you say you're going to round up all of it so that for the war, like bro, will be empty. Because everybody is some kind of way for this war. Okay? People were cooking for fighters. When the fighters read the town, they say, oh, why eat? The time to go for them. So you go grab all the people and say, you only want to go for the people and you're strong, they want to fight war. No. Doctors are treating the wounded. You say, oh, you doctor.
For my part, they managed to took our young children from us. So,
so you collect all again. So you see, the thing is,
the man had a gun, my man took our young children from us.
Better responsibility. So when people and stand in Nima County, stand before the people, go from village to village, the people they bring in war crimes, go. That means they're coming from. As soon as they catch me, they're coming for you. And the other point, there's no breed between the land.
You know, if we have the means, if we have the means, I want us to see if we can bring, Mr. Chope. If we have the means, I want us to see if we can bring the other video, the old man video that we played. The reason is I want to ask him this question, right? He named Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, Sierra Leone, few of the countries that send the ECOMOS soldiers to Liberia. So my own thing here is, Is he aware that, because he even referenced that in his statement, that the people send their children and they die? So don't you think the people want justice for their children? Because Prince Johnson was killing ECOMOS soldiers. Your own AFL also were killing ECOMOS soldiers. The Chancellor, MPFL, because Prince Johnson had the RMPFL and he had the NPFL. So all of you warring factions were killing the people, including the Ulimo J, the Ulimo K. So don't you think that they will be rejoicing by this time to say, oh yes, Liberia will have justice for us?
And then he is saying, did you talk to Guinea? Bro, Nigeria is confused. Nothing to do with this. If Liberia is taking its war, people who are responsible for the war, we're taking it to court. What Nigeria got to say? Nigeria will say your stop, or Guinea will say your stop. They got nothing to do with it. They also want to get justice for the soldiers that die in our country. So, guys, I think I gotta go because I got all the things to do, and then my time is up. We'll talk again, and thanks for having me.
Based on a request of our viewers to listen to the video again, then Lucretia and Francis can chime in, because this guy, something he's saying that does not make sense. And think the fear factor now has crept in, and the guys are so confused. So let's listen to the guy. It's a very short video again.
I need rescue right now. Why you worry about Prince Johnson? Who is going to a Sunday, walking slow like Toto? Why you worry about him? Rescue your nation. Look at the hospitals. Look at the schools. Bring the teachers back into the classroom. Look at the behavior. Look at the gasoline, the roads that are being built. People can't get from one village to another. Those are the things you promised in your first 100 days. War crime code should not be in your 100 days. Take it from your 100 days and put it into your 4th year. When you are leaving power and you bring war crime code, nobody will care. But when you have this government in the first 2 months you bring war crime code, all your program will be undermined. Now all of you having confusion. Oh, we're gonna tie them up. We'll get on to Ghana. Did you talk to Ghana? This was a country that spent thousands and millions of dollars. They send their children here during the war and they die here. Did you talk to Nigeria? Nigeria send their children here and they die here in this country, and they continue to insist that the war in Liberia will end. Did you talk to Guinea? Did you talk to Cote d'Ivoire? You never talk to all of these people. They are against you doing what you're doing because Liberia is still fragile. We are peaceful, but we are not stable. This is not a stabilized country. Things are going on daily and nightly. This president needs to listen and to watch and to analyze. War crime code moving from your agenda now.
No. Guys, the reason why I play the video again, Sierra Leoneans, peacekeeper, Gambians, Guineans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, they die in Liberia. You think those people don't want some sort of peace in their mind for their people that were killed in Liberia? The American, I think there were 4 American missionaries, the nuns, that were killed in that war. You think those people too, they don't have family? I want Francis and Lucretia to come in on this one. Let me start with Francis and then bring Lou in at last. Francis, where you
the statement coming from I don't know the rebel there, Mr. I don't know who his name, Nimle. Look, that guy, that man is very, very arrogant. I can remember a couple of years ago, he was at some program. He was Minister of Foreign Affairs, and I can remember him saying that look, we will do this thing over again. I mean, we are not afraid, and we will. No, he was very adamant. And all the instances that he just played out there, it doesn't make any sense because look, these people, the countries that he called, were all afflicted by the war. I mean, the citizens came to ensure that Liberia have peace, and they were killed. Some were killed in the most brutal circumstances. And these guys were at the helm of the ragtag army, the rebel groups. So look, there's no amount of justification, no amount of persuasion that he tends to bring into this whole this whole issue of war crimes code that would dissuade, the Liberian people, probably President Boyka. He wants President Boyka to do it in 4 years because in the future, he does not know what will happen to President Boyka in 4 years.
Yes.
So there's a strategy. It's a smart thing because he tried to omit the fact that President Boyka promised the War Economic Crimes Code in his agenda. Why was it in the 100 days or 2 years? He did not say when and how when he was going to sanction the establishment of the War Economic Crime Code. So why should President Boyka wait for 4 years? So he died? Or what? Look,
Yeah.
man,
So the code can
let
be
somebody else
established.
to talk. Look, are you serious?
So let hear the only female on the show on her view on this guy. Malu.
Yeah, I think the first thing is he's right, because if Liberians were like Sierra Leoneans, he would have been behind bar. He won't sit there to have to say the rubbish she's saying. So he's trying to tell the president that they should do it in his own time. So Omer Braga should wait for 4 years. Why are we waiting for 4 years when Liberians been grieving, been crying for this war crime code? It's about time President Braga listened to the Liberians. Nobody is above Liberians. Yeah, this is what our people want, and we're going to get it. He talking about schools, hospital. I don't know how many years he been represented. He should have formulated good laws and things that will be
He
able
just
to.
became senator. He just became senator for
Okay, good luck for
Nigeria
him.
County.
Say he just became senator. Good luck for him. But in the point is, when you are killing our people, he should have thought
Exactly.
about what would have happened. What will happen in the future? Because at the end of the day, you don't just think you'll kill someone and that person blood. Innocent people, I think they will go free. They will not go free. So they can tussle and tussle. Liberians now, it's about time we bring them to the book for them to be able to own up to the crimes they committed against innocent people, especially pregnant women, young children, especially the horrific killing that went on in Liberia. Sometimes when you talk about it,
even say
it's
it.
like that. Even though I was seeing the war, but from the stories that people said, our people deserve justice. And their blood can never, ever, the people will never rest in peace without justice. We need justice for our people.
No.
So he can say whatever he wants to say. President Boyka,
Let me just
giving it to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, would want it now. And that's what the Liberian
Look.
people want. Even the lady that came from America, she said, you can clearly see Liberians want the war crime code, and we need it now.
Yeah, just to champ me quickly. Just 2 minutes.
Hold on, Francis.
One second.
Yeah, I'm coming to you. Senegal is two things here. He just been elected. He been in office 2 months now. He have not had the opportunity to steal, to have that, to come part of the editor need. And now he been caught with the war economic crime code right in his face. You don't think this is why now he is jittering that, oh, Prince Johnson been enjoying for years. I just coming in, then the thing can't catch up with me.
Yeah.
What you say on that?
Look, this guy is a disgrace. I'll tell you, my friend. Look, the way the arm twisted, they cornered Judge Joe Weir with this same propaganda, this same misinformation, this same fear tactics that the country is not safe. You go lose your support base. So that we see Joe Weir probably were very reluctant because he does not even know that, as I stated earlier in the show, though, during George Weir's first year, the Senate, the House of Representatives, there were 50 in number that voted in the majority for but George Weir was very, very reluctant to sanction the creation of the World Economic Crime Code. Yahya named that he made a lot of money for himself. He was a foreign minister. He had the likes of some of our ambassadors here. They were in positions that or lucrative positions that they took money for themselves. So when he was destroying those schools and hospitals and roads, he was not thinking about it.
Oh yes. Now he talking about nonsense.
Now he talking about this thing now. Look, man.
Based on that, based on that note, guys, hold on. Based on that note, another person who fought in the war is jubilating today that they passed a resolution in a lower house. So I want you to blend there, although that's Yeke Koluba Uno saying. I want you guys to listen. Let's pick up on the World Economic. Let's forget about Yeke Koluba other talk. But on that particular subject, I just want to let's listen to Yeke, then guys can come in.
In the country and just go free.
Okay.
We fought war. We must give account everything we did to the Liberian people in the country. That's why we fought hard to reach this day. I'm one of the happiest persons on earth right now.
You are also one of those that could be prosecuted.
Well, that's why I want to go before the justice. Let me be found guilty or exonerated. So if I can go before the World Economic Crime Court and be exonerated, it'll be okay for me.
Okay.
If I'll be found guilty, then next time. People will say, Yeke went to jail because of war, so don't fight war.
Wow.
Precedent must be set. And we will set the precedent.
You don't see the as a witch hunt?
I don't see it as a witch hunt. We should in fact sponsor it. And all we are doing, we want to sponsor it to come. Because everywhere he say, oh, Yeke fought war. The reason why he behaving that is because he fought war. So we have to be very careful. We need to go there to clear our need.
Okay.
If we can. If we cannot, let us be prosecuted.
Let me ask you, did you follow the drama yesterday at NASCO?
Look, we said to the Liberian people that these people are crooks. We said to the Liberian people that these people are crooks. Somebody that Prince Moy. I told you Prince Moy is an embarrassment. The Prince Moy, the Yobli Kanga, the Joseph Waka, all of them have become an embarrassment. People sit down in a place and they are appointing their family people.
Okay.
People just sit in a place and they are embarrassing themselves. Prince Moy is supposed to be going to somewhere to carry somebody to go put it in office. No correct document. That's an embarrassment to the country. Joseph Boakai said he served this country for 45 years. Where is he showing? As somebody that even served for 2 years.
But wasn't that the president who appointed?
Everything Primo doing, Joseph Boakai know.
Wow.
Yeah. Joseph Boakai know. Primo carried a wife name to Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai appointed his wife. Primo carried a relative name. Joseph Boakai appointed a relative. So what Primo doing at Joseph Boakai now? Joseph Boakai said, well, everything. He need to wake up. King John voted for Joseph Boakai 100%. Have you gone to King John to tell the people your harm and sympathy? So in my mind, believe that all the killing are going on Joseph Boakai is aware.
You saw the police boot that was dedicated to them by the president?
My man, we can see why you should talk about police boot. Okay, let Joseph Boakai go and dedicate his shoe now. Saying got nothing to think about. People dying in the country talking about police boot. What did the police boot bring to the country? What the importance of the police boot? People dying. Just yesterday, according to information, DA got shot somebody.
Really?
Those are a concern. Those are the main issue. We talk about people dying. Have you taken a convoy to go to Grand Cayman country? No, we have been there trying to quiet the situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Meaning he's insensitive.
Very, I don't even know how to say it. Triple insensitive to the flag of the Liberian.
Wow.
Yeah, because he don't care. He don't care. He don't care. You know how many times went to King George? Great Cayman country to tell the people to vote for Joseph Boakai. Is this the people paying today? Joseph Boakai can go there to see what with the people. What interest he have? The only interest he have is for he to get on playing with his wife and Jojo for them to go take a 419 money to go and mock.
Ah, you are accusing the president. You are accusing the president.
All the debt that going on in the country, Joseph Boakai know about it.
No.
He's a part of it.
It's one thing I want to disagree with you. Perhaps
I'm not talking about you to agree with me. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I am speaking. So let me speak. Don't agree with me.
Okay.
Joseph Boakai had interest in the country here. People dying. You should take your time to go there to the people. You're not buying gas. You know how money, you are very poor, you are living on loan. Now you're using the proper money. Take some of the gas money, put it in your car and go and sympathize with the poor King George. We went there to tell the people to vote for you. Today, have you been there?
Why do you think he's not going there? Why do you think?
Because he's incompetent. I mean, he's incapacitated. Joseph Boakai is incapacitated. And our regular communication, so we can defer incapacitation. And when we define that, if our definition will fail on Joseph Boakai, he got to tell to Jeremiah Kun, I mean, he can make it. Are we going to keep someone that can make it? My information is Joseph Boakai, I want to get in car from here to King George.
How is that possible?
He's not physically to go there. That's my information. He want to get in a car to go there and sympathize to the people. That's my information. So you think I'm looking people feel? Somebody, I mean, when CDC, I'm a member of the opposition. The day I grant unity, I mean, Labour Party bearer will wear it. I'm a member of the opposition and will believe in the opposition.
So you believe in CDC now? You believe in CDC now?
I believe in the opposition.
You believe in CDC now?
I believe in the opposition.
No, you believe in CDC now?
I believe in the opposition. Is CDC in the opposition? Yes.
But CDC is in the opposition.
Don't go.
Do you believe in CDC now?
Bossman, I believe in the opposition. If CDC is in the opposition,
what big about answering the question? Yes, I believe in CDC.
But you don't want trying to drive.
Do you believe in CDC now?
I'm not using an insulting words here. No, I'm not. I'm speaking the truth. So let Joseph Boakai find a way and stop the killing in the country. So all the killing that going on, Joseph Boakai know about it. That's why he sent out to your heart.
Why ever asked to prove it?
To prove it?
Yeah.
I will prove it. Coming to call you Joseph Boakai counselor.
I'm a journalist.
Oh, you're a journalist.
Journalist.
Thank you for
journalist.
Bossman.
Journalist.
Bossman. So they can tell you how they put that.
How long will you give the president to go and sympathize with the people?
My man, I got every day to talk. So when the man come before me, I will talk. And I give me no day. Nobody must say signing people when to talk here. Anytime the man come before me, I will talk. All the killing that going on, Joseph Boakai know about it. And in my mind, if he can't say nothing, if he can't prove himself wrong, he giving the instruction for LeBron to be killed.
Wow, that's serious.
Oh, my man, what
you're accusing the.
Oh, you're not serious like this today.
No. It will help the police were shattered during the raining of the Sunday days.
Oh, so the people are saying weapon for the 6 years, maybe achieving that to go dedicate, right? President, the people got issues in Grand Caymon County. Is an issue.
Right. The people. So we are back with Yeke Koluba Revelation. So I want to say the first topic that he started with was the war crown. The other thing with Joseph Boakai and all that. Yeke Koluba is saying that he fought the war, and just every time that they go to the court that he can exempt himself from this war. Welcome back, Jamal. We haven't heard from you since then about this thing, and it good you back. I want you to chime in from Yeke Koluba. Yeah. On this war and economic crown code, and then we can go around the table. Jamal.
Right. Yeah, thank you very much. I was just giving some time to our guests, to our co-hosts like Gat and Lou and also Francis, so they can have that say, because we've been on this platform for a couple of years. So that's the reason I stood by a little while. Having said that, look, there's nothing new about what Yeke has been saying. One statement I'll pick on Yeke's statement is, he said he fought. He was a soldier. He was a fighter. Let him go to court, and we have the days in court. So what we are saying, I think many of us on the platform are saying, Prince Justice should also be saying, let him bring the war and economic crown court. Let me have my days in court, and prove if I'm innocent or not. Yeah. But he's saying that he's going to threaten the peace. He's going to threaten security. So what does he have to hide? So the question is, Liberians won the economic crown court. He should also open arms together with. I thought you also played the video of Thomas Yaya, who was also head of Model. Yeah. And for Grand Judah, I think something like that. He's the secretary right now. You can see from the way they're talking, they're whinging, they're misfeeling. You can see the emotions in their voices. So it means that a lot of stuff gonna happen. So there are a lot. He said also Never has. Prince Justice said, Senator Johnson said, Never has a lot of generals. So it's not going to be easy. They're not going to sit down somewhere and go threaten them. So you got a lot of stuff to say. So and not only that, one thing that happened, and this is why we're all wishing for World Economic Crown Code. When TRC made a recommendation some years back, there was no action taken. If we have done the way the Rwandans have done it, we haven't been to the level. So let's have this World Economic Crown Code. Let people have that. Those who have to have their days in court, then have their days in court. Those who need to be pardoned will be pardoned. Let them come and say without remorse that I've committed a crime, I'm sorry. This is what a lot of people want to see. You could have raised your hand, look, I did this case in the Senate, I was not in my right mind. Can you forgive me? it's just what happened. Something that happened around the other places, as well as in South Africa. But these guys sat there on our TRC that they were always giving lectures. Have you seen TRC testimonies made by those guys? Most of them, you don't see anybody saying, I'm sorry. What they were saying, that they were like defending themselves, saying, look, we did this in our own defense, nothing happened. So people are there, like somebody say, I think you heard our guest yesterday, Honorable Alex Gonti said, you can't kill our people, you keep walking free, like masquerading around and say that you're a freedom fighter. You know very well you're guilty. I was someone sitting down, lying down in that ceiling when my mom was murdered, when my brother was beaten, when my daughter or my sister was gang raped. And I see you passing the street telling me that we're looking for reconciliation. How will I feel? A lot of things happen. We got a lot of stories to happen. So my point here is to make my point. Let's have the World Economic Crime Court. It will set a precedent in our country to say, look, this should not be repeated. If you do this, they're gonna come after you. So that means that nobody should mess around. It happened in Germany. What happened in all around the world? People even in the 80s, they were dragged to court to go and testify, to go have their days in court. So let us have their days in court in Liberia, so we're able to set a precedent. This will not be repeated in our country.
Great. So to our viewers, we also own the 24/7 radio station. The Bottom Line radio station is online. You can catch us online. If you look at the logo at the top of the screen, there's a Bottom Line Liberia. We'll have it on the Android and iPhone. So you can download the app and listen to us 24/7. We have a lot of stuff going on there as well. We have the local news from Liberia, ERBS. Also, we attach it to that radio station so you can get updates from Liberia 24/7 through all. And we have the best Liberian music and Afrobeat on that station as well. So you can listen to it. So guys, we've been here for a little while now. The issue of World Economic Crime Court, it seems, is imminent. It will be anytime soon. I hope this happens before my birthday in July so I can celebrate with my Jack Daniel. To see people like Prince Johnson, Yaya Nimle, and all of these bad actors in the society be going to court, while I will go to Liberia and sit in the courthouse and look at them pleading guilty for what they did to our people. So they should start putting fear in the government, and this will happen. Having said that, I want to go around the table to start with God, Lucretia, and Francis from Yeke Koluba, what he said, and then we can look at another topic, and then we can run up and close up.
Okay, I would like to say this, right? Let us remind these people, let's not only look at the families that lost their relatives and loved ones during the war, but there are also people who are still alive and heinous crimes happen to their families and relatives. Can you imagine you sit there and somebody chop up your husband's arm and the limbs and everything in your eyes, and that person, you have to carry them for the rest of your relationship with them? Are they thinking how these families are feeling today? These guys just remind me, right? There used to be a Serbian warlord when Serbia and Yugoslavia were trying to see if there could be one country or so. And Milosevic could not allow that because he wanted to rule at both ends, and it was not possible. So what did he do? He would sponsor the war in Serbia today in his own place. Then he would go to Yugoslavia and sponsor the war there again. And he thought the people were just going to sit and watch it to happen. At the end of the day, Milosevic was brought to book. He's one of the people that were listed on war crimes. From all the way 70s, 80s, let's say late 80s, all the way. And these things, I listen to many of our African people who say they are scholars today. They say, oh, the war crime code is to just hunt the African people, is to hunt the black man. No. If the white man was giving you the gun and you accepted it, or in the name of liberating, as Prince Johnson can say he was liberating people, and you kill your own people, be like Yeke Koluba today. Agree to go and answer for those things that you did. Go and prove it. That's what the court is for. Nobody hunting anybody here. I listen to the old man telling us how Boyka should focus. I mean, this is a government. The government does not run on one pillar. It does not run on one branch of the government. So one branch will be charging you and sending you to the war crime court. The other branches will be functional and active to make sure Liberia progress and develop. So why are you telling us to be waiting for 4 years? It's another insult to the Liberian people. All of this behavior they're carrying on is another insult and closing blind eyes on the so many crimes that they committed, the genocide they committed. Let them go answer for it. I mean, I like what Yeke said. He has long been waiting for it, because it could be that people are even exacerbating. People are trying to make things look so different, and it's not different. You know, so people like Yeke wants to go to the court and tell the court, look, yeah, I was recruited as a child soldier. I did not know. I mean, that's just something I'm saying, right? So there are other people who it's justifiable. There are people who are in their teens, and that brother know nothing. You gave him drugs, you gave him alcohol, you inject him with all kinds of substances, and you put the gun in his hand. And then you instruct him what to do. So if the brother is agreeing to go to the court, follow the brother Prince Johnson. There's no need to be crying around here. That's all I can say.
Follow the brother Prince Johnson. So say God. Lucretia.
Yep.
You heard Yeke Koluba. Yeke Koluba in this one. I give it to him. Bring the court on. We'll all go there and talk about it. If we're found guilty, send us to Better Yada, wherever you want to send us. On the other hand, Prince Johnson, who have a church that's supposed to be that went to TB Joshua and became the holy person, is now, how can a God person be afraid to face trial? And he claimed to be a person that repented years back and he had a holy bath. So why is he crying?
Well. I think for me, I will keep saying it. It's such a difficult situation Liberia found herself in, because this attitude will always display, oh, just leave our own will go, and they say, no, this was not supposed to be left for God. From the minute these killers killed our people, all of them should have been behind bars. But today, we see the same killers and our lawmaker, as I said. And one thing I applaud Yeke for, Yeke have always said this: you bring the war crime court, I will go there. If I'm guilty, I'm ready to go to prison. If I'm not, I'll go free. He have always welcomed it. So we expect all the other killers to do the same thing. Because at the end of the day, some of them, knew of whether they were under the influence of alcohol or under duress. Nobody knew. But however, there were lots of gruesome killing that went on in our country, which would have been avoided. Instead of them protecting citizens, they turned on to citizens, kill our innocent civilians. Because it came to a point that it was in the soldiers fighting each other. They were attacking innocent civilians who are harmless and things. So I think it's about time our people go and face justice. You cannot kill the amount of people and think you can just walk free. And most of the relatives are alive today, going through the grief. And they need justice for their loved ones, to be honest with you. On the fateful day when Doe died, my uncle daughter, Dorothy Medish, she was in the tax force. She was killed by Prince Johnson on that day. Yeah. So it's something. Dorothy left 5 children. Left Dorothy children, her grandchildren. She didn't even live to see her grandchildren working.
So it's story.
Yeah. So it's something very hard for all of family whenever you sit and think, oh, so I think it's about time Liberians require for the family to have justice. We need justice for those that were killed in the Lutheran church. We need justice for so many Liberians were killed to different places with the mass grave, and they will need justice for other people. And I implore Yeke, Prince Johnson and Wahini, let all of them accept it. What you did, you go to the court. You face justice. If it's only the law can tell you whether you're a killer or not, but I think it's better for you to go and clear your name and you live with your conscience for the rest of your life.
And live with your conscience for the rest of your life. Friends say, no, the thing is, I think those that supported UP, they should be very happy with my uncle here.
Look, let me just say something.
Friends say, hold on, before you say something. You see my uncle Joe here, that dressed like Lieutenant Kojak, Captain Kojak. We should really thank our uncle here for taking a bold step to go this far. Francis, I know you might be a happy man. The guy you supported now are making a lot of Liberians happy. Talk to us. Look at my captain, the Excellency, Dr. Joseph Numa Boyka, the one who making Prince and Yaya Nimne and all the warlords could not go to work is shaking. Talk to me, Francis.
Let me just, the situation, the display of Yeke is a pure showmanship. Yeke knows that, look, he does not bear the greatest responsibility. And the reason why he going around, because Yeke knows that he does not bear the greater responsibility. So, his commanders, those who were in charge, those who were the arrowheads of the rebel factions, those are the people who they will be going looking after. Yeke knows that very well, and this is our political stunt. See, those who are bearing the greater responsibilities, like Prince Johnson, like what his name, Yaya. Those people,
George Bullitt, all those guys.
George Bullitt, those people are the ones who are very, very having a nerve or a nerves wreck, nervous breakdown right now. Like the people who falls in Yeke category, there are like thousands and hundreds of them around there who will not even go near the tribunal. So Yeke stuff is that whole stuff up in the war chronicle. Yeah, just a political stunt. It's an act of showmanship because he knows he's not going anywhere. You will go to court and you will have all the legal luminaries advocating on the basis that he was a minor. I don't know when he knew. I can't remember when he. I don't think he knows when he was born. So so I don't know if he was a minor or not. So Yeke's acquiescence of the War Crimes Code, accepting it, is a complete showmanship. It's a political marksmanship he's trying to portray out there, so to gain popularity, sympathy. Yeke does not bear any responsibility as like other people who are very worrisome right now.
So Francis, I guess you said it all, but you think Yeke have a point, because who forced Yeke to become a soldier? What made Yeke? You don't think Yeke have those in mind are forcing anything that they should face the war crime too, because his brother were killed too, and all of that. So Yeke could be grieving and say, it's about time that people face the fact that although I was a child, so everybody have something that really hurt them. It could be Yeke, it could be the showman thing, but also the main actor should go to prison. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, but we all know the main actors. We all know the main actors. We know the main actors. Yeah. I mean, according to my old man, Grady Addison, great Dio Addison, he said that Bablet. I mean, what's up, Bablet in the rank and file? I think so. Who knows? He just as a gameman, as a political gamemanship.
According to Francis, let's move on. So today, something happening. See, I'll put my uncle picture up again. The Lieutenant Captain Kojak, he did something today. He gave executive order on access recovery. Is he going for George Weah or Eddie Johnson? So there's another topic that came out today. We know that George Weah did similar thing under his administration. He has Serena C4, Arthur Johnson, and Councillor Gould, but nothing came from all of it. So today, executive order came out of access recovery, and the House Speaker also welcomed this. Guys, God told me, this is the welcoming news. This working from the president and the speaker accepted it. God, take us through this little.
So, with the Executive Order 126, access recovery, I think it's welcoming. For me, I want to say it's welcoming. It's a way forward. It's a good step. And my only plea to the president is that let it go all the way around. And let it not just be where you're hunting just only the ex-government officials, the just recent ex-government officials, because you also had the CDC had a whole list of people. The CDC-led government had a whole list of people, and they did not go after all of them. So I will plead with them to make sure that look at those people, because we have the guy who was even lawmaker who built the gigantic building somewhere on the Robert Street Highway there. He's serving the government. He's serving the government before becoming a lawmaker.
It
was Tyler I was talking about. Jamal, you want to come in?
No. I was just trying to give you the name.
Yeah. I was actually referring to him. And we have a whole lot of them, you know. So if the government will establish this, thank God it is an order, executive order, which of course should be forceful. So let us not do it the George Weah way, where they were only looking for a few hand of people, just as you said, Francis, is the showman thing, right? So the whole thing that the CDC government did was just the showman thing. But with the level of proficiency and the knowledge and technical skills that the president comes with, I believe that he can impose that, because I used to say it before. I used to say this thing to people before, and they thought it was just something I was joking with. I said, hey, listen, one reason why I think Madame Sirleaf did not, with her face, support Joseph Boyka is because she knows that Joseph Boyka will one day agree, one, for a war crime court to come to Liberia, two, they will go after people that have exploited the economy. And today we can see it's happening. So for me, it's not strange. I knew that the government would have done it, or Joseph Boyka would have done it. But I'm still adding to my plea, let it go all the way. I mean, we can reach to 4, 5, 6, 7 government ago, but at least the last one from now, we can go after them, and those people can make sure that, I mean, it will be good for the government, because money can come back. Ghana did it. Or Ghana still does that. Ghana is still doing it. And they're very strong with it. So we can do the same. You know? And for the councillor, I think it should be welcoming from him to allow it as well. And I mean, I know his name has been around as well on it, but Like we're talking about people going to war crime court, all of them also, when they call you to the assets recovery and they investigate and you are free, you're free. If you're held accountable for anything, economic crimes or anything exploiting state purpose, you just restitute. It's simple to do. Or the country punish you. Like, yeah, we all here in Europe. Every small mistake you make, you pay fine for it. If it's not something for you to go to jail, you pay fine. So money can be restituted to the government and will improve us.
Right. So, Jamal, let me bring you in on this one. The speaker also welcomed this. Now, we know during the campaign, it was widely said that my uncle, Lieutenant Kojak, will bring Ellen Johnson to book. This asset recovery, is that do you think that this will go back to the war days? Because we know people that got rich overnight. They hold it because from the video we played yesterday, the American ambassador on OKF, and she said it needs to start from the day of the war, the economic side of it, because the war and economic should start from the time of the war. All those who stole from Liberia. So now is that thing going to go back from Charles Taylor time up to the Weir time? Talk to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. But for Paul, you see, there are two things here we're looking at. What we should remember, or we should be reminded that when we're talking about asset recovery, you also should talk about asset declaration. And you can ask somebody you can't take something to somebody you don't know what he has or what she has. We were asking the leaders when LACC came out to ask to make the asset declaration. Most of the leaders did not do. They were elected leaders. And so once you're going to do asset declaration, a recovery, how are you going to go about that? Probably need to explain that to me. And that's one part of it. So those things, if everybody has gone, at least about 80% in the new leadership has gone to declare the assets at the start of the leadership. So at the end of the tenure, and if you're going to look at, we're going to go after them to get those stuff taken from them, or to review what they have, whether it was legitimately owned or it was illegitimately owned. So those are things those guys will be doing, like kind of checking it, whether stuff with their own money or it was just the guy involved in some kind of misappropriation or corruption. So those things need to be put in place. It's just something like you're not walking in a park. It's a process to go through. So I think this is why George Weah's team did not succeed in getting this asset recovery, because the process was not put together properly. If you don't do it properly, it's not done at all. That's one. Second, it has to also do with the second thing we have to do with most leaders declare the assets at the start of this government. It was LACC did not tell us how much, except Musa Bello or a couple of people that came up with. So at the end of his tenure, if going after them to before they leaving to declare the assets again, say, oh, they've got more than what you have gotten, then the government will put a team together to go asset recovery. Or asset recovery could come in the sense that people that took government properties that were not theirs, they won't get it from them. That could be another way. So there are a lot of things we need to look into. So it sounds good. We also should know that when you're doing this, they were also Mr. Joe Barker, President Joe Barker was in the government 12 years ago. So he also may hunt team. So things that he may own and many people that he owned, he may not, he was not there. So like government is asking the government properties, that the vehicles, the government officials that were in the leadership, in the various ministries or working for the government, they had government properties, like they got government vehicles, other things that they took from the government, they have to return them. I think this is what they're looking at. So this is not like carrying an audit team, but they want to get the government property from those who own government property, shouldn't be owning it. And, I remember, I think some years back when PRC came to power, this guy came up with a proposal, the Honorable, Dr. H. Bama Family said once that after 6 o'clock, all government vehicles should be parked. I think the minister, he suggested that. I think he was Minister of Education at the time. And that was like to put things under control. People were like, after working hours, they were going from place to place that were not government required, that were not work related. So they were abusing the office, they're abusing the property, or giving to them. So government need to put, if you want to put these laws, it sounds good. But we should, or the way we go about it should not also be like my colleague just said here. Should not be selective. We should do it in a way that everybody should cover everybody. Should go across the areal, so we all should be affected. And this is what we need to do here, or else we'll be like witch hunting.
So, like witch hunting, I think the Unity Party started something good, and I think they should continue this. And the question is, Francis and then Lou, I'm just asking, it could be, will they go back from the child Taylor days because the assets recovering, because a lot of people build mansions that their salary couldn't afford, they build all of this, and today our hospital, our children can go to school, they set in between cars, all of those things could help the government. Can it go back from the Charles Taylor era towards the George Weah and now?
Well, I don't think we have the capacity to do that. It requires a lot of resources. We do not have the systems in place, the mechanism in terms of most of our documents.
Hold on, Francis. The U.S. ambassador OKFM, she suggested that we will give the fundings and want economic crown as well, not only the war crown.
Yeah, that's. So, let me just let my thought.
Suggested that it should go back.
Yeah, let me just let my thought.
Okay.
Let me just let my thought.
That thing. Yeah.
I would just let to piggyback on what Jamel said. I mean, most of our financial transactions are based. They are not digital, so to speak. People may have some money in their homes. There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of loopholes in the process. People could claim that they had the money in their homes, they saved the money in their home. And unlike we in the Western world, we have a trace. The bank now has a trace of everything you basically do, your transactions. But only I can say with this whole asset recovery scheme that have been put into place is that, look, I don't want to wish the government well. I hope they just do not fall short of it, because this is a Herculean task. It requires a lot of resources. You need money to recover money. The reason why George Weah, the asset recovery team, did not make any inroads, in terms of, going after these people. They had a list of people, but they did not have the finance, and the willpower was not there. So if you need to recover money, you need to support these guys. These guys you need to bring in a team of forensic auditors as well. So I hope the government know what is doing. So you can for us, like, we cannot go back 10, 20. We cannot go back to it'll be hard impossible. It may be not hard impossible, but it might have some bottlenecks along the line, even to come from any regime. Because our system is not digitized, so that's the problem. You may look at people from the value of their lifestyle. You say, man, we're renting a room, and now he has maybe a 10-bedroom mansion. That would be what you call it, an evidence to say that this guy, he squandered and misappropriated public funds. But yeah, again, I wish the government luck. I hope it does not fall short like the George Weah, our team.
Yeah. So let me bring in Lucretia on this one. We know a lot of people that we ate Kobo with. We slept in zinc house. Today they live in mansion, and they didn't declare their assets, as what Jamal said, rightly, that nobody know what they brought on the table, but we know they live in zinc house, and today they are millionaires in Liberia. with the assets recovery in, I'll just take Georgia government for example. We have people that build mostly and bury their moms in it. They were living in Zin house. Will it be the people that these people be going after, or do the sanction people that stole money that in a house too, will they go after them? What your take on this? You muted, Lou. You muted.
Sorry, I think it should go across the board because during Charles time, lots of people got rich from the Liberian government. They stole most of our resources, and today they are rich. It is very complex, but however, if we've got our international partners that will be able to work in partnership with Liberia, they should be able to achieve it. Because first thing, they will need to go to some of the ministry, because in Liberia, we know our people who don't really keep records. And I don't know how often in Liberia they audit ministry or maybe the ministers and things, because this is why auditing is so important. But in Liberia, sometimes when people hear the word auditing, they just think that, oh, the person wouldn't do. Because audit is there for you to always check to see your shortfalls and what you need to improve on and to look at things. Because if they've got most of the auditing records from the past, they could be able to look at it to see where this person shortfall been coming from. For instance, if this person was managing certain budget in the ministry and they cannot account for it, and those records are there, and looking at what this person has achieved over the year, that record is there. If the person cannot account of how they managed to achieve their worth, it's something that could be, they could ask them to go for investigation. Because before, how you call it, to what they were, to rescue and to get these people access, you should have that. You should have that evidence. You have carried out your investigation, recovery access. You have carried out your investigation, and you've got the evidence that this person did mess with the government money, and you're going to recover the assets. So once that document is there, the evidence is there, the government can do it, but it's a long process. And with Liberia not keeping record of everything, our things are not digitized, so it's a hard work, except if the international partner is ready to support Liberia to be able to help them to rescue. It will be good. Other African countries have done it. Once over on Facebook, I saw an African country for East Africa where they went to the president house asking to get out, seize all his properties, his cars, and they trying to get his family out. Other countries have done it. Sierra Leone, when Sierra Leone president came into power, I think he tried to do similar things. So if Liberia want to do it, they can do it. The evidence, and you see there were mansions and things, the evidence is there. So I think if they want to do it, can be, well, let them do it fairly and transparent and carry out that investigation and be able to demonstrate that they've got the evidence to deal with it. So that it will be good. We work on it, but it's a complex process to go through.
Right. Having said that, thanks, Lou, and thanks everybody for following being here for the 2-hour mark now. And this was good. And everything that the Unity Party is doing, I think, is welcoming. And in 100 days, although the president declares, I say, having been published, so we don't know whether he could be one of those two going after himself. The same with Jeremiah Cohen, his assets were published, declared but not public. We're still waiting to see what in there. Until they do that, you'll be good. So, guys, we're going to close out now. So I just want summary of you guys, what you're thinking about the whole hullabaloo that's going around in Liberia. And let me put my uncle picture on. I love in this picture. Lieutenant Kojak is doing wonders. What do you think? The start, although the start it didn't go good, but he still appointing people, but then he chewing gone and walking the walk at the same time. So I will start with God, Lucretia. No, let me start with Lucretia. Give us your conclusion on the show, and then we can close out. Let's take 1-2 minutes each.
Well, what I can say, whatever the president is deciding to do on the work around code, I think Liberians will welcome it. But the point is, Liberians were good at talking and to put things into practice. That's something different. So I just hope and pray that this will be able to go through and let him forget about the war of feelings and think about what is best for the Liberian people and for our loved ones that died, that was killed during the war. So I think it will be something good that he will be remembered in history, and the world will take him for his word, because he gave America his word that he's willing to work with them in partnership. And when you give the white man your words, they look up to you with that confidence and that integrity. But if you go back, then he will lose all respect from America and push America to not joke with it, because you have to make sure that your word should be your word. So once you have given them his word, let him go ahead and proceed with the word crown court to bring peace to our loved ones that die and for their soul to rest in peace. Because right now, the people's souls are not resting in peace until they can get justice. We need justice for our people, and the Liberians deserve it. So I will plead with the president, let him go ahead and do it. Forget about Prince Johnson or Yaya, whoever. Let them go and face the World Crown Court. And if they're going to be, they go through the court. If they are not guilty, that's fine. If they're guilty, they go in prison and spend the rest of their lives in jail. So thank you for the time, and we look forward to having more fruitful discussion about our country.
Yes, so I'll go to Acosta Gas Tome, who been away from the platform for a little while, and we're happy to have you back. Talk to us, summarize in your own words on what is happening in Liberia. And I want you to also describe my uncle, Lieutenant Kojak, in this look, that he wearing this cap and dashes. He said, look, I don't give a damn. I will put all of you guys under the bus. Talk to us, guys.
So every time you pop that picture up, I had a picture just exactly like you see Joseph Boyka there, because I had gone to his house to attend a Unity Party youth crucial meeting during the campaign period of 2017, because I was here in Europe at a UN summit, a UN youth summit, and I had to return for duty call. But I'm saying this so that I can use this medium to remind Joseph Boyka that it's not just Augustus Gatume, it's many of the young Liberian people, many of the other Liberian people that are suffering and yearning for the change. I heard the other day that the old man had bought a gigantic mansion somewhere. I just want to send this out as a caveat to warn himself that he should not shoot himself in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
If he knows he's not clean, let him try to be clean before he go after other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if that is a rumor, let it remain a rumor. And with the entire issue and the saga going on, I'm concerned with few things. One is security. I think the Liberia National Police is actually on a good footing, and I applaud them for that. I'm often on the social media, so I watched a video the other evening, yesterday, and somebody was telling me one of these streets that have become so dangerous, the person could walk there by 11 p.m. in the night and doing video with their phone. So I was kind of, okay, that's a plus, you know. And then a few hours later, I saw somebody coming from the Crown Hill going towards the DJ Blue radio station, how you call it, where they used to be before, or they are still there. And it was the same kind of comment the person was making again. So I was like, okay, then this is fine. So security-wise, I think there's more need to be done. Like even with the assets recovery, we're talking about, the state needs security as well involved. So I think security is a bit okay. I'm also concerned with the electricity and the fire issue. There have been so much fire incidences going on of lately. I don't know some of them the cause, but I mean, there's more need to be done with fire safety and the regulations of the flammables, things that are around there. So to wrap up, yeah, War Crime Code is the order of the day. For me, I think it's the order of the day, and we are for it.
War Crime Code is the order of the day. So say God. Francis, you might be a happy man. The guy you supported, he chewing, gone, and walking the walk. Talk to us.
Yeah, what I can say, I just want to say, look, I hope and pray that all those undertakings by the president, they're not cosmetic. I hope that they will be, implemented to the fullest. It's not for political appeasement or probably to satisfy your base or probably the international community. These are genuine things that affect the country, that have the country where it is, and we are always in the back of development. So I hope that they will take all the decisions and the actions seriously, and so that we can have these, especially the World Economic Council Code. We can find a closure to this thing, and so people can move on with their lives. Though it will not make any significant changes in poor life, though, but some people just have some a semblance of justice and feel that justice will serve, or So and assets recovery again. Yeah, I wish the government luck. I hope the government is nothing like the Georgia government, and that government should go ahead and enforce it. Yeah, so that we can recover some assets that will help the government. Since the government is literally inheriting or bad economies, so to speak. So yeah, on that note, I want to thank you guys again. Our viewers were very interesting conversation among the panelists. Yeah, so hopefully we will see you again. Good to see you, Mr. Tume.
Yeah, Francis, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll ask Jamal to wrap us the whole thing and take us home.
But Jamal, before you wrap up, right? The people were calling for asset recovery. They're not clear on all year with who lead there, who saw there. Somebody tell all the left 40 there. Somebody telling all the saw 20 there. Where do we stand with our whole thing?
It been clarified. Joe, we are left 40, so let's move on. Jamal. You muted, bro. Something happened to your device. Wow, while Jamal is struggling with his device, you can hear us? No, it's something not right with Jamal. Jamal, you can get out and come in or mute yourself.
Okay, I think you hear me now?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
I just turned the microphone down. That's what happened. Sorry about that. Look, I want to say a big thank you to Augustus God Tume. We've been around. Thanks for coming back on the platform and welcome. This is your place. As well to our sister Malu, Francis, our main guy who seems to be one of the faces now on this platform. Thanks for Francis for your support. And I think just a quick reminder, I want to break it here. We may have a guest coming on a Tuesday, so we don't want to break any new name to you, But I believe we're going to bring someone permanent in the committee. I'll be speaking to on some issue, permanent issue that are really shaking our foundation right now. That has to do with the War Crime Economic Crime Code. The War Economic Crime Code, we may bring in that person in, and also on the 10 new positions. So there will be somebody in authority with first in that area to speak to us. So you may have a question on it. So work on it. And we want to say a big thank you to Francis, who's working behind the back door to make sure we got these guests coming to speak to us. And just let you know, the yesterday guest was through the effort of Francis as well. So he's been doing very well for us. We want to give him a big thank you for helping us, getting across to Liberians across there to speak to us. And want to make the place your home, and always let's discuss Liberia. That's what we always say. This is where we're going to discuss Liberia. On that note, I want to say with regard to the discussion tonight, with regard, that is the War Crime Code. Look, we're all happy, and one thing you should also know: this politics. I think we'll be speaking about. We should also remember that we got the upper house to accept and accept the resolution and agree on the resolution. So we have another hurdle to pass. We hope they will not hamstring that process. And Prince Johnson is not a guy who will die easy. He's going to fight on. Not only him, others are there too, are not speaking. They also know that they can do anything to frustrate the efforts. And it can happen. So while we are excited, we should keep our finger crossed that we hope this can go well. And what we want should happen. The people should have their days in court if it should be. But anything can happen. So we should not be 100% happy. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And if the first 12 years of Madam Salif came and passed, nothing happened. And Joe, we are run on his campaign with this War Economic Crime Code. Nothing happened for 6 years. And just happened right now, we are at the point, we are 50-50. Now, the lower house has passed the resolution. It's left with the upper house to approve it. So that's the issue right there. And just one of the senators said that they need to go back to their people, like Senator Yaya Thomas said that they want to go to their people and get to them first if this can be put into play or into process. So they should give them time. They should first have rescue the country instead of bringing a War and Economic Crime Code. So those are arguments that could raise to frustrate the effort. So those who watch you and are listening to us, we should not be that over happy. We want the Economic War Crime Code to come. You remember, there are also other representatives that also abstained, that did not vote for the fact that it could also bring chaos into the country for so many reasons. This is just thing that we should let bygone be bygone and move on. But then people think that we cannot reconcile if these things are not worked out. Like I just talked to you today, like somebody murder your family right before you and walk in the street of Monrovia or somewhere in Liberia thinking nothing happened. Will you feel free? Those are things that we need to come and do this thing with open heart. And if we have done this, we should seek apology and beg for mercy, and reconcile. That's not happening here in Liberia. So we want that to happen. So let's be hopeful and pray that this thing will go well and put Liberia back together. With regard to the second topic we talked about today after was the what was that again? After the war, asset recovery. Yeah, asset recovery. The government, it's a good thing to talk about. We all talk. Sometimes I call it political gimmicks. Sometimes this guy will make those statements right after the leadership, the president took over. People went to the border of Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ivory Coast, cross over and sell most of our government properties. Cars was taken away. Government vehicles are given to people. They go across the country. They just sold them. I mean, it happens. You could see someone looting the very office they were living. When they know that they did not win the election, they took everything out of the office. And you did not carry anything. And did you use your own money to put them there? Because I think when the structure is not in place, when you try to put it in place from the top, it becomes a problem. So government, Mr. Bouaka has a long way to go. Liberia has a long way to go to put the structure in place. I know he wish well. I think he has a good intention, and I hope we should pray for him. This is not about criticizing. We are to a level now. We need to see if we're on the platform. We need to make good suggestions. So people that watch this video and listen to us, these guys are making a point. And so Liberians should go, King be said now you're criticizing. I know we're not criticizing, we're talking from our real heart. But let's also understand that Mr. Bouaka is in a very tough position as the president. A lot of people in his ear right now, and he have to make a decision that is for the country, and everything's on his shoulder. He carrying a heavy weight with his health-related issues. So let's wish well for him and wish Liberia should take we should have a good path. So make sure that we got peace in our country, and also we have functioning government. Those who didn't get paid to get back and get paid. So you and myself will not be burdened to be sending money every now and then, because for the past 6 years, I think we all knew what we're happening. With those of us in the West, we know we're going through with the remittance and stuff like that. So in any case, I want to say a big thank you. It was a very good discussions. And where if you watch us, where through Jala TV, want you to always follow us. We always want to, if you have questions you want to ask, we also make our comment page available. You can always drop your questions. If you have a guest to bring on, let us know. If you have somebody to, anything you want to talk about, we can talk about it. The only thing here, we don't disrespect. We respect everybody here. You're coming, whoever you are. So just want to say on behalf of the team, thank you very much for coming, and thanks for joining us wherever you are.
Thank you, Jamal. On that note, I would say the upper house, lower house, they pass resolution. If they don't pass it, you see my uncle here, Lieutenant Captain Kojak, he will pass the executive order, the War and Economic Franco happening in Liberia. And he have that mandate from the people. 75% of the population want this. And my uncle gonna do it. So guys, I'll say thanks to all of you for being on the show tonight. Jamal, are we here on Thursday or are we back here on Tuesday? Any information on Thursday? Do we not forget Thursday?
Yeah,
we talk to we close.
Yeah, that's a possibility. We'll come on tomorrow, and I will get you to know. But whatever the case may be, we work on a Thursday, Friday as well next week. We may not be on the weekend, but we may be in there tomorrow as well. It just depends on the negotiation or the discussion we're having in the back right now. But we'll let you know. But in any case, keep tuned. Stay tuned on the Bottom Library. We'll be here for you.
Okay. Because how
guys.
Salon is asking when are we coming? That's what I asked that. Thanks, and follow us whenever you see us. Click on our link and follow us on the Bottom Line Liberia, the discussion. So I will leave the audience with this beautiful. No, I'm not going to play any song now.
Good night, guys.
Can I replay this?
Bye.
You see, on on duty. While patients are crying, they having conversation. While patients are dying, they busy chatting on Facebook. Anything you do. You see, on
This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio.